Well, it's just another sunny day on Hurston. At least my suit's getting a wash. That's the main thing. Let alone the ship is getting a nice clean as well, even though it's fresh out of the hangar. Now I need to pick up my ride, and we're going to see how long it's going to take to get from here to the destination point. That is basically 129 kilometers. And hopefully I've got enough supplies on me. So we'll be travelling in the Greycat MTC due to the fact that I'm not sure on the actual how the breathable air is on Hurston. That could cause issues if I needed a drink if I was on a harbour bike and I didn't want to risk it. So I thought a vehicle with at least an inside. And then we'll be putting a timer up to see how long it takes us to actually get to our destination on 129 kilometers. Well, this thing doesn't exactly have hydrogen, so I'm not sure why that would be worrying on there. So let's take a drink before we start making our journey. I think I'll already start regretting the vehicle choice due to the fact of that annoying alarm noise in the background. So we will have to just try to ignore that. Is that somebody in a raft making their appearance here? Someone doing deliveries. Okay, so let's get things rolling.
Systems activating. Systems.
Now, the only downside I got is I have no HUD to show me my direction, only on my helmet if I look in the correct direction. But before we go, we do need to get the timer on. So if I'm going to line myself up properly for this, there's the ship's. I can just get a rough idea of where I am in front of that ship. Line myself up to the direction the ship was telling me the thing was in with the navigation. Now we gotta go and hope for the best. Ah, god damn it, already. I've got nothing I can use to keep myself at the right orientation. Let alone we've got to watch out and navigate past rocks, as well as looking at all the wildlife. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, there's rocks everywhere. Look at that red sun. Oh no. Oh, that was lucky. Now the only way I'm navigating this right now is using those 4 points around the circle on the HUD on the middle panel. Is going by the where I'm already going towards, making sure it's on my right, a little bit out of the way. As long as we can keep with the rough same direction we're going in, we can only hope to make it to our destination. Ow. Let's try not to break down in the middle of nowhere. Let's be glad that this MTC can climb. And now we are on really rocky terrain. Oh. Now the real question is if I've just lost complete sense of direction. Now the problem with this being in the dark constantly does not help. And then you're just relying on your own headlights, and since the ground vehicles currently do not have any lamp additions, let alone his own compass, oh, it seems so bouncy and likes to throw itself into a different direction that you're going in. Let's hope we can get back onto some flat land. Right, what we need to do is align ourselves so we know where we're going. So far we have travelled 10.8 kilometers. So hopefully this is the correct direction. And if we could stop hitting the rocks, that would be good. Oh, no, no. There's so many holes on this planet right now, like it's Swiss cheese or something. What I would do for some, at least some form of daylight would be nice. But I just can't tell if it's the sun setting down this side. I feel like it is. This is the problem, when you hit the rocks, you will spin. Ah, going by whatever keeps messing with the lighting. Oh, no, 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 no. I was getting excited just to see that it would look like there was a bit more flat, vast land there, but according to this, I swear it doesn't want me to make it. The only good job it did do was making sure I brought a fairly large tractor beam if I needed to correct myself. Oh god. This is the problem with nighttime. No. God. Oh no. No, 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 come on. This isn't the time to be stuck. Get down to the... Oh. There's a rock behind us. Okay, well, we need to let's get down to that bit of land, and then we can try and see if we can figure out where we're at. Oh. Uh-oh. Something you don't really want happening is a 30k. I'm hoping this will just reload me back into the position I was in. And sadly, I'll have to keep the timer going. Right, well, we're back on the ground here. So, give or take, I'm going to have to make sure to, when we go through the timers, we would have to adjust a couple of seconds or so. I feel like there's a light over there. Let's see where my ship is currently and making sure we are driving away from it. Wait a minute. Right, so our ship is over there. Oh god. Need to get on a bit of more of a flatter surface and then... Oh! Jeez. I mean, that's the downside. If you could track your destination point, at least then, you know, you could just think to yourself, well, I'm not going to drive over that mountain, let's see if I can drive around it. But since we don't have that option, it makes it tricky. Okay, let's have a look at the map. How are we looking so far? Are we going in the right direction, or are we going far away from it? I like to think we're going in the right direction. It's just a shame the arrow on here does not adjust. No, it only does if you move the map around to it. So there is a possibility we are going in the right direction. Let's just hope we are. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is at least a lot more flatter. That's some funky light show going on over there. That would make it feel like you were being like a war in the background there. Well, because I could risk the idea of praying I could just drive under it through the water, but oh no. The only downside is if it goes wrong and I blow up, well, I mean, I suppose at least as long as I keep all the decent stuff on me equipped. Oh no. This is just what is going on? What is that all about? Well, this has kind of put a really kibosh on everything. Well, all we can really do now is, I'm looking at this edge. This is all going to go wrong. This is what happened when you don't really plan out what you're really going to do and use the original location you were going to use. So, the only thing this can do is test the theory of being a submarine. First of all, before we do that, let's just make sure I'm not really going to lose too much from the backpack. Apart from one scope and attachments and other stuff that I can easily get a hold of. So, our ship is only 17.6 kilometers away that we got that far from. I'm guessing for science. Let's hope for the best. Well, that didn't go to plan, did it? And then we would say it's near enough half an hour lost trying this experiment. Well, luckily they put me back together and drained the fluid out of my entire body and probably removed the shrapnel from the explosion of the MTC. So that was yeah, so that was a bit of a complete waste of time on that one today. So maybe next time I'm going to make sure I pick somewhere in the daytime and hopefully see where I can go and make it to. But my original place would have been in Babbage, so that might be my next video, next test of a long drive, just to find two destinational points or points that will be reasonably to get to each other and seeing how long it would take. And let's have a look at what we just yeah, we've kept everything else, but we lost the food and drink and attachments. Well, on that little bit of a boo-boo, we'll have to come back at it and try again. And on top of it all, I should really make sure in the daytime so I can see where the hell I'm going. So until next time, ciao for now.